Welcome to the Philly Comic Examiner's review of an almost complete set of Hasbro's Marvel Legends Venom Build-A-Figure series of action figures featuring a variety of Spider-Man characters. As you can see, it appears as if there are 5 figures in this series, but there are actually 6 figures. However, the Spider-Girl has somehow up and disappeared on me. Nonetheless, we will move on. First up, we'll start with the most popular two. We have the Ultimate Spider-Man figures. Something that you'll notice right away when you have all these kind of figures lined up is that Hasbro likes to reuse sculpted pieces here. So a lot of this mold is pretty much identical, just painted differently. You know, you have Miles Morales, and he's same height, same build. You know, you can see there, the figures are almost identically as far as the body shape is concerned. They're just painted differently. I have no problem with them reusing parts. I think it's a good idea. It keeps costs down and allows them to do more variety of figures, and it probably allows the Build-A-Figure to be all that more impressive. Both Spider-Mans come with a interchangeable head and 3 sets of interchangeable hands, but Peter Parker appears to like his hands just the way they are. Oh my goodness. It's not usually that hard to get them off. Sorry, Hobgoblin. There you go. You can see the pegs insert right into the wrist of the figure. Just like that. I mean, what a simple application there. Alright, each of these figures come with, 20 to 25 points of articulation, knee joints, elbow, chest, ankle, the variety, all over. Pretty nicely sculpted figures there. Just one comment would be that the size of the figure is a little off, in my opinion. The silk is rather significantly larger than either one of the Spider-Man figures. Even if you want to argue that these are the Ultimate Spider-Man figures, so they're in their teens, I really don't think that silk would be a full head taller than them, even in their teen years. So, just a little observation. Hobgoblin's obviously upset that I knocked his pumpkin bomb away. There's Miles, his head. And we have Silk here is actually a pretty nice design. Just the costume design itself is I think pretty dynamic. And her kind of interchangeable feature is actually pretty cool. It's, kind of similar to the Spider-Man's, where it's her civilian head. However, she comes with a separate handkerchief that kind of just looks like she pulled down in order to reveal her face. Again, so pretty much the same levels of articulation as the Spider-Man figures. The Spider-Girl, if she were here, is basically the same mold, but with a new head and a different paint job. So you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of what the Spider-Girl figure looked like when it was around. Coming up to the 2 villains, we have Hobgoblin. Doesn't fit beautifully into the glider, but you know, Hasbro clearly put a lot of effort into the figure. You got the separate cape. You got the satchel, independently molded. This is the other thing. I mean, it's really smart on Hasbro's part. The belts even are separately molded so that they can, you know, just mold a new belt rather than having to do a whole body piece, and they can keep reusing these, you know, midsections. Like, they're not quite the same, but anyway, I'm sure they've reused this same pelvic area over and over again, and they can do that. They just throw the belt on top, and it looks completely different, but it's not. And you also have like the chainmail kind of lots of texture there. I don't know how well that's coming up, but it's pretty well done. And Hobgoblin also has the cape comes off, as you can see, and then he has another head himself. Have a more demonic look, tongue out. Ooh. But overall, very well done. Comes with a pumpkin bomb. I don't think there's any way to make that look clearly, but it does have a little face on there. Very nice piece. Here's the glider. And then of the basic figures, the last is Electro, which I'm realizing doesn't have another set of hands, so permanently electrified here. But again, another, you know, body type is pretty basic. Has a hole in the back here, which doesn't seem to serve any sort of purpose. Again, Hasbro has, you know, reusing a lot of pieces here, so perhaps that had significance in a prior assortment. I don't know if you can see the hole there. And there's your kind of your classic head for Electro. And then, oops, also a more modern head. So there you go. All these have, you know, some accessories. The only one that didn't have any accessories was the Spider-Girl, which I found odd. I don't know if that's because, you know, her figure came with the body of Venom, and since it's so large, maybe they didn't have room for accessories. However, there have been other, you know, other Build-A-Figure series that, you know, the figure that comes with the body still comes with accessories. So I don't know. At the very least, it could have had, you know, the civilian unmasked head, but so be it. They did not. I'm not even sure which version of Spider-Girl that's supposed to be. Once again, the other brilliant thing is that Hasbro, like, there's like a 2-for-1 out of the box art. This, you know, same box was used for both Silk and Spider-Girl, and they are essentially the same. Rather than even putting their names on the front of the box, it just says web-slinging heroines, and then pictures of both. And the only reason why you know what their names is because of it puts them both on the box. And then you can see the line up there. So there's no really there's no character information on here at all. Just a little sentence that's completely generic. These fierce females fight for justice with quick reflexes, super strength, and classic web-slinging action. So there you have it. So that's what the Spider-Girl looks like. Apologies. Yeah, it's the same situation with the Spider-Man's boxes, you know. It's the same box. And of course the villains are the same too, but you get the idea. Now, last but certainly not least is the Build-A-Figure from this assortment, which was Venom. This is a very cool figure. As you can see, you know, towers over the others. Even the top of Electro's mask doesn't, you know, measure up. Nice try. No cigar. Still a lot of articulation on the Build-A-Figure. You know, all the pieces attach securely. This is, in case you're unaware, this is the Venom Space Knight version, which is about to be replaced in the comic books. But hey, it's still great to have a figure. They got it in just in time. Overall, this is a really cool piece. Big hulking figure, just as Venom should be. Very well done. Space Knight emblem. So there you have it. This is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Venom Build-A-Figure series, featuring Spider-Man and his supporting cast of characters and some of his villains. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at PA Comic Examiner, or check out bamsmackpow.com for more comic and toys, news, and reviews. Thank you for watching.